Right, good morning everyone. It's Lonnie and we are back in the shed, out here to do a little work. I need to actually push this bench back. There we go. It's good. Already have my box resizers packed. The rest of these, well, it'll be too late probably, maybe, by the time this goes up. The rest of these are going to get sold, or listed anyways, for sale tonight. But by the time this airs, it would have been yesterday. But yeah, I have some eBay, not a ton of eBay orders to pull, but I do have some to pull. Karen ordered a bunch of stuff, so let me get her stuff pulled first. Let's see, first thing Karen got was, let's see, Hot Wheels Han Solo and Chewbacca all-terrain character cars for $13.99 on the Molly shelf. All right, let me see. Oh, these are the ones I've been moving around over and over. Oh man, I must have moved these like getting other stuff 10 times by now. But anyway, she bought these for $13.99 plus shipping on top. Let's see what these guys look like. Oh yeah, these are pretty cool. A couple of Hot Wheels cars. Then Karen bought some Smashing Pumpkins CDs right here. These two. I used to be a pretty big fan of these guys. I haven't listened to them much. And Melancholy and Infinite Sadness is really good. Rotten Apples and Zeitgeist, $7.99 for those. And then I'm so old, I was actually about to write these down until I thought about it for a second. I'm like, you know what? I can just take the iPad with me. It's got the orders on it. Let's see, she bought 4 Stampin' Up stamps. So just position the iPad here. There, that's actually pretty handy. I might have to keep doing this. I haven't been using the iPad to pull orders, but this is actually very nice. Stampin' Up tags for you. Tags for you is one of them. Okay, this one right here. Then Warmth and Wonder right here. What I Love right here. And finally, Silhouette Sentiments right here. And man, I am real close. I'm not quite there, but I'm real close to fitting these all on one shelf now. So I think that is, yeah, that is everything that Karen bought. Oh, these Stampin' Up stamps, the total on those was like $24.96. So you'll see on the screen if you're curious what each one of the individual things sold for. But anyways, here is all your stuff, Karen. Thank you very much. Hope you like it. Okay, here's another order. I sold a couple of these gnomes, and I sure hope I have them. Okay, yeah, this is one of them. This is the football guy. Then I have another one supposedly down here where a guy has a printer or something. Hopefully it's this one. Please be this one, please. It is, I think. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, cool. So yeah, these are very indicative of, I've mentioned this before. Oh man, those bottom shelves are hard to stand up from. I'm getting so old. These are indicative of what happened to the collectibles market in the 90s. It was so oversaturated and overproduced. Look, at one point this thing sold for $114. And this one sold for $40.50, but they crossed it out because they put retired on it, so they charge more money for it. But I got $22.98 plus shipping on top. I have had these for probably 3 years now, and I probably have about 25 cents into each one. Part of a huge buy I did. Okay, Leslie bought a lot of Little League baseball pins. They're supposed to be up here somewhere. Wait, they might be here. Aha, they are. They're right here. Here we go. These, how many pens is it? five vintage Little League baseball pins. Her granddaughter plays softball, I think she said. So yeah, this is them. $9.99 plus shipping on top for those. Thank you very much, Leslie. And one more item. We have a Batman tumbler car on the Candace shelf, supposedly. I don't see it yet. The heck is that at? Must be back here. Haha, here we go. This guy right here. This sold for $29.99 plus shipping on top. So just a few things to ship today. What I've got, I'm only going to have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 packages going out. Oh, plus the 30 or whatever in that box. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the shed. It's nighttime, and yeah, these are all the, I hate to talk about these knives so much, but this is what, it's hard for me to talk about stuff that I'm not doing, so I talk about things that I do. This is what I'm doing today. After today, I probably won't be talking about it again anytime soon. Well, actually, I do have another shipment of those things coming in. But if y'all are curious, I put the rest of these knives up. All these boxes plus that box. It's 204 knives total. And I kept a few off to the side for myself. But 204 knives total. Put them up at 7 o'clock p.m. Central, and they were sold out by 7:49. So 49 minutes, which was pretty amazing. I thought they might sell out maybe in a 24 to 48 hours, but y'all surprised me again. So I'm thinking though that people are I'm thinking that the initial like surge of orders is probably over. I think, but we'll see. But yeah, thank y'all very much to everyone that bought. And as I said yesterday, I'm gonna get them out pretty much as fast as I can, but it might be 2 days. It just depends. I'm over here binging on some IT Crowd while I'm packing these suckers up. And yeah, I just ordered 1,000 more of, not of this size, but I have this smaller size here. This, I think 000 size or something like that. I just ordered 1,000 more of those because I ran out. And then I ordered a bunch of Post-it notes, and yeah, I'm trying to get ready for the next batch that's coming in. And then eventually at some point I'll get back to actually doing my regular listing and stuff for eBay. I listed like a couple of things today. Let's do a few questions. This first one is from Disc Glass Man. What do you do when items are lost in the mail? What do you do if a tracking number hasn't updated its status after a few days and the buyer is asking about it? Okay, this is a very good question. And it does happen every now and then. Fortunately, it's not too often, but when it does happen, because I don't track my packages, like I don't look, once I ship something out, I don't think about it again unless someone messages me on eBay and says, hey, where's my thing that I ordered? I paid you. It's been 10 days and I don't have it yet. I'm like, oh no. So then I'll look at the tracking, see what's going on. And first thing you want to do is buy yourself a little bit of time. And you do that by saying, hey, sorry you haven't gotten this package yet. I'm gonna submit a form on USPS website, see what's going on, see if we can find it, and see if we can get this thing moving. And if not, then don't worry, gonna make it right. But just give me a couple of days if you can. And you want to be like don't apologize too much, but just be super. Just be really nice and tell them exactly what you're going to do, you know, what your next steps are, and then tell them what will happen if those steps prove unsuccessful. And that is, of course, is if the tracking is showing they didn't get the item. Because just remember, like from their point of view, they gave you money and then they don't have item. So whether it, you know, I think the first thing you do is to get rid of this idea that it's not my fault, you know, because it kind of is your problem if it doesn't have a delivery scan. It's your problem for sure. So first thing to do is to buy yourself a little time by being really just, you know, just being friendly in the message and telling them exactly what you're going to do. Next thing you want to do, if you shipped it via USPS.com, which is probably the case, then you'll want to go to help. Go to USPS.com, go to help, and then there's a find missing mail, okay? And you could go to submit a missing mail search request, and you just click on start, then you log in, all right? And then you got to put all this different information in. Now, is this always going to work? No, it's not. Is it going to work sometimes? Yes, it does. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I found whenever I fill out that form, sometimes the package will mysteriously just show up. It'll track, even though it hadn't tracked in like a week. All of a sudden, there it is. So that's the best you can do. Then give it a certain amount of time, you know, 2-3 days. If there's still not a scan, at some point, if it's insured, then you can, you know, go ahead and file your claim on the same website. It's probably on the help tab too. Let me see. I think it's there. Yeah, filing a claim right there. But if it's not insured, then at some point you're just gonna have to bite the bullet and give them their money back if they don't have it. But the nicer you are and the better you can position everything that you're doing, the key is to buy yourself some time, and hopefully the package will show up. And then if it doesn't, then it's cost of business time, right? Or filing, you know, go ahead and refund their money, file the claim, and then you'll get your money eventually, hopefully. So yeah, that's the best you can do as far as a USPS package goes. All right, here is a good question from F. Lowry. If you find a cheaper option for shipping after the item is sold and the buyer is paid, what is the best way to refund the difference? Or do you? I hear some people say they don't because it covers for their packing materials. I feel funny about not refunding it, so I do by putting the difference in the box with the item. But at the same time, it does make sense what others are saying. I'm conflicted. Thoughts? Okay, first of all, when it comes to like ethical questions like that, you got to remember, we don't all share the same ethics. We don't all have the same idea outside of, okay, the rules say you have to do this or that. But outside of that, we don't all share the same idea of what is right and what is wrong. So I'm not going to tell you what is right and what is wrong. If it feels dirty or it feels bad, then I would say don't do it. If it feels like the right thing to do, I would say do the right thing according to your personal ethics. Okay, and that's just a real general answer. Now for me, I try, like, if somebody pays for priority shipping and I ship it priority, then, and it's one item, then I don't typically give any money back if I find a cheaper way to ship it priority. Like let's say they pay priority shipping, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? And this doesn't happen very often, but I'm like, you know what? I could probably put this in a small box, still ship it priority, but then get that cubic shipping rate. And look, I saved $3 over what they paid. Am I going to give that back? No, because I'm still shipping the item priority. They're getting the service that they agreed to pay for. Nothing has changed except I saved a little money. In that case, no, I wouldn't do it. But if I had a package and they paid for priority, and I found that FedEx or UPS was a lot cheaper, and I'd use that instead, I would feel beholden to actually refund at least a good portion of the difference anyway, especially since I'm changing the class of service from I can't remember what they call that, expedited to like a standard or ground type delivery. So, and then the other situation is when someone buys more than one item from me and it's all going to go in the same box. There's a lot of differing opinions on that. You know, they agreed to pay it, they paid it, but then, and even if they don't ask for it, I'll typically go ahead and refund the difference. And you know, you have to remember, like, you may or may not get PayPal fees back, final value fees that you had to pay, so you'll want to take that out, probably, maybe. And you know, but in general, I like to do the right thing for the most part. But if okay, here's another case where I wouldn't refund though. If let's say I sold this item right here, and when I was filling out the listing for this item, I estimated that it weighed 8 ounces. And whenever I go to ship it, I find that it actually ships for 4 ounces. But in either case, it was going to ship first class package, right? And let's say it ships for $1 less than what I thought it would. Would I give a refund in that case? No, because it's still shipping the same class. So I'm keeping that buck. So hopefully that's a few examples of what I do. And I'm not telling anyone that they should do that or should not do that. I'm just telling you what I do. Because like I said, ethics, your ethics are yours. All right, last question. This is from Anthony C. I just started reselling on eBay and you've been a great help. What is the name of the packing tape dispenser gun you use? I realized how much I need one of them. Okay, so the one I use is not necessarily the one you should use. I don't think this is a very high quality one, but this is the one I've always used. Not exactly this particular one, but this same brand and style and everything. I think I'm on my 3rd one. This is a Scotch tape dispenser. I think it usually comes with a couple of rolls of tape. This particular one and the last one I used before this, I actually picked up at a garage sale for like $1. And I'll pick these guns up at garage sales whenever I see them. Usually they're like $1 or something. There are better ones you can get, I think probably from Uline. I've never bought one from Uline, but I know they have probably good ones. The metal on these is honestly kind of flimsy. Like this little thing here, actually, and the whole frame of it in general can kind of get, look, if you see, look at this, see that? See how it's kind of bent and wonky looking? If you get a little higher quality one, that won't happen. Does that make a big difference? It's not huge, but I can tell it's not quite right. So I'd recommend, if you're gonna buy one, maybe spend a little more than I did. And you could see there's a bend in that cheap metal there. So, and some people even like the desktop dispensers. I have a desktop dispenser. I tried using it, and it's just not for me. I'm so comfortable using these tape guns that my muscle memory doesn't let me take tape out of a desktop dispenser. I tried though. So, but yeah, thank y'all very much for watching. I will see y'all again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.